And here is how this perfect purchase traveled back with me. Want to say hi, Alessia? You want to say hi? I'm still really excited about this purchase. I had been looking for a large philodendron to fill the spot near my front door, and I wanted it to have really interesting looking leaves. So this plant is perfect for that, and it's also huge. It's definitely over 4 feet tall. And once I can prop it up, I have to get a better moss pole for the back. Once I prop it up, it'll just continue to get taller. So yeah, this is the whole thing. It has this, I guess, trellis behind it for it to climb on, and it has 2 growth points, so it looks pretty full. It is labeled wrong as a, what does it say, Florida Beauty, I guess. It's not a Florida Beauty. It is a horsehead philodendron, but I mean, I bought it because I love the leaves. It was actually hiding in the back of the nursery, kind of along a wall, and they probably priced it when it was much smaller because it's only $40, and most people, I assume, would pay $40 for something like half this size or less. But yeah, look at how fantastic it is. So very happy with this purchase, but it's got a little bit of roots coming out the bottom, so I need to get it into a slightly bigger pot, and I want to try to do that while keeping all the soil together. So I'm going to keep it dry for a couple days to see if I can just transfer the pot easily. So it's time to repot our horsehead philodendron. And what I want to do with this one is keep the stake, the trellis in the back, because I don't have a new one right now. So I'm going to try to really carefully get the entire root ball into this. Break it up a little bit if I need to, but I know I need to repot because I can see the roots growing out the bottom. So repotting these, they do fine, being pretty root bound. Small pots are fine for philodendron. So I'm not going up, sizing up too big. This is just a couple inches bigger than the one that it's in. So yeah, needed a sturdier one and need to get it out of this. So I think I might end up cutting the pot off, just so that I can get it to stay together a little bit better. I would normally flip it upside down and hold the plant, but I am not willing to risk it. So I think that's what we're gonna do. So I'm gonna get a pair of scissors and get it done. Okay, so I'm just gonna cut straight down here. Hopefully, it's easy to move. It's pretty dry, so that usually helps with moving it. The soil is falling out, so this may be a little more difficult than I anticipated. But what's nice is that it's not completely root bound. It's gonna be messy. I'm gonna rush to put some stuff down. Yep, and put some paper down. Paper. So once in a while you can kind of get lucky and it's already stuck together, so it's a really easy move. But this time not so much. And I don't want to make the world's biggest mess, so we will just get this paper here, and obviously it's gonna be messy anyway. Oh, and there's some lizards. It's gonna be around. So I can obviously just use this again afterward. The soil, I can use again afterward. And just put it into the pot. Let's get one of these on. Ooh, I want to be touching philodendron. Too much without gloves. I should maybe rush. A little bit more. Okay, I know I'm gonna have to get it down. So it's not super root bound, so that's nice too. Does this, but I mean, obviously it's growing really healthy, so I'm not that worried about it. But I do just want to take this out, pop it out, and pop it in. If you found that there were roots, I actually just unpotted one, and I had to cut it off, and the roots were so tightly bound, you could see like every little crevice in the pot. It was pretty wild. I think I actually have a short of it if you want to check that out. But yeah, that one I had to go through and kind of cut through the roots to get them apart. This one I don't have to, which is nice, because then it's, you know, less a chance of damaging this beautiful plant. So I'm just gonna get this off here. Cutting down the other side, so I can put it a little bit more easily. Especially that part where the root is coming out. Let's see if I can cut into that. Yeah. All right, let's do that. All right, so let's just see. Lift it up. This would be so nice if it's an easy lift. Oh, and it is. Yes. Perfect, right? Like a money shot right there. All right. Oh my gosh, that was perfect. And again, since it wasn't really root bound, I didn't even need to break it up like I normally would. So I'm just gonna get some of this dirt down in here. A little weight only. And add some more. Well, that was way easier than I thought it was gonna be. Okay, so really, it just needs a little bit more dirt. So I'm gonna put a little bit more dirt around the outside, and then it's gonna be good to go. That was a surprisingly simple repotting. And then the next step is to think about where I wanna cut to propagate. So I'm gonna get some soil. All right, so I'm just gonna fill in those gaps around the outside. You want a well-draining soil for these. Again, I'm maintaining most of the soil that it was already in, so I know that that's good. So I don't mind too much filling it with soil that I already have. This is cactus soil. Really, orchid soil would be best. If I had that, that's what I would be using, but I'm just filling in the gaps, so I don't want as much. Just take a minute. Okay, so I just want to walk through where I will be cutting when I end up making my cuts for propagation. Since I just repotted it and I just bought it, it's in a new environment, I don't really want to mess with it just yet. But there are so many great points to propagate. This one, especially if it's just because there's so many leaves, and even in the back where you can't really see, it's got really great leaves that I can propagate. I am going to wait until this one comes out before I cut off the top section here, which is starting to lean forward a little bit. And I will likely cut it off at this point here, just below this node. You always want to be cutting right below the nodes because that's where the roots will be coming out. And that is the point when you're propagating, right? To get good root growth. And you can see too where it had been cut before. I mean, I don't know how many times they propagated this plant, and I don't really care because I got it for such a good price that I am happy. But even out of this one node, you could see that there were 3 large sections, one of which they cut off. I think that was the case at another point too, but of course I can't find it. And then this leaf node here, you can see a few leaves coming out of that one also. Another one with 3 coming out, and you can see which ones are older by kind of the almost like callousing on the stem, and then the newer ones are the green. So yeah, this was quite a find, and I am really happy with this purchase, how it repotted, really the whole thing. Yeah, so we'll end on this beautiful horse head shaped leaf on my new philodendron.
Subscribe to learn more.